All right, so for Tuesday, we're going to use the Soul Coaching Oracles and get our coaching tip for today. What have we got? Oh, oh my gosh. Okay, so yesterday we had go with the flow. Today we have flow and acceptance. I think we're really being encouraged to go with the flow right now. Right, so we'll start with flow, since that's a nice transition from yesterday. It's time to let go. You're entering a period of gracious ease and flow. All is unfolding perfectly and with good timing. Everything is falling into place because you aren't resisting the drift of the great river of life. Your soul wants you to know when you're in a state of flow, you aren't pushing the river to go faster and you aren't swimming against it. You just let go of the shore and enjoy the ride. A Native American saying is, it's best to ride the horse the direction that it's going. If you aren't feeling the smooth currents of life, it might mean that you're trying to control the situations in your life, or you're being self critical or judgmental. The way to move into flow is through gratitude and appreciation, and by allowing others to support and help you. And it's so amazing what having a gratitude practice will do for your life. Because when you are able to accept your situation for what it is, whether it's what you're really wanting to have at the moment or not, accept it for what it is, accept where you are, your present reality, because what we resist persists. Resistance, our own resistance to a situation, will create more of what we don't want. When we accept it, and again, like I said, whether it's what you really want or not, if you accept it, find the things in that situation that you can be grateful for and make a habit. Do a gratitude list, or before you go to bed at night, even while you're lying in bed, run through the things that you're grateful for. Give gratitude and get in this really just amazing state of gratitude, because when we're grateful, gratitude is like just under love in uh, the vibrational spiral. And the higher vibration we are, the lighter we feel, the better things we attract, the more we flow, because we're not stuck in the negativity that a lot of times when we look around us, there's so much negativity. And it's so easy to just get kind of sucked into it. But if you maintain an awareness of your own mental state and where you're at emotionally throughout the day, one of the best ways to shift that is by redirecting your thoughts. So if you have a negative moment, something happens that just gets you, tell yourself, okay, that was annoying, but it's just a moment in time, and a very small moment in time at that. Find something that you can be grateful for, even if it's just that you're grateful it wasn't worse than it was. And get on a gratitude kick, because what that does is it immediately starts to raise you into this place of positivity. And you develop a new habit. If you continue to do that repeatedly, you develop a new habit of finding the positive in negative situations. And it's called neuroplasticity. And it's a way we can actually rewire our brain chemistry. So it's very powerful to redirect a negative thought and then do something to get momentum behind that positivity, like the gratitude. And again, when we don't resist what we don't like, when we release our attachment to outcomes, when we release the need to control situations, then we can truly flow and appreciate each moment as it comes for what it is without necessarily judging it, because we label it good or bad. That's our choice, whether it's good or bad. And we are so quick to label things good or bad and then respond to it in that way. And if we label something as it just is and accept that it is what it is, you'll find that your day is much smoother. And when you recognize that the only thing you can truly control is yourself, that frees you of a lot of negativity in and of itself because you're not trying to stretch outside of you to control things. When you focus on controlling the one thing you can control, which is you, that's a lot easier because you may have a douchebag coworker, but you can control how you respond to them and how available you make yourself to them. So it's not about fixing other people, it's changing our perception and our perspective and how we choose to respond to the things in our environment. Because you can be a whole lot happier just by deciding to be. And then we have acceptance, which is in keeping with that. So we're just going to flow and accept. Okay, not really, because there's a lot of things that are unacceptable. But we can handle them in a very positive way. All right. Acceptance is a sacred act of power. Accept your light. Embrace all parts of yourself. Allow yourself to receive the gifts of the universe. You're worthy of these blessings and so much more. At times, it may be difficult to fully accept yourself exactly as you are. Yet when you don't, you deny the divine part of you, your soul. In truth, every experience that you've had, even the ones that you thought weren't good, allowed you to advance on your spiritual path. There were no wrong experiences. Everything that has occurred in your life has been part of the divine plan for your spiritual development as a soul. If only you could see yourself as those in the spirit realm do, you'd know how remarkable and wondrous you are. As you increase your acceptance, you'll help others love and unconditionally be at peace with themselves. And the more that you accept yourself, the more fulfillment you will experience. And this is very in keeping with the flow that we were talking about as far as acceptance. Because when you accept yourself and you accept your strengths, your weaknesses, your ups, your downs, your past, your present, and understand that we all have our own journey. We're all at different parts of our journey, levels of understanding, levels of perception. And when you no longer feel the need to judge other people for where they're at on their journey or how they're experiencing their lifetime, you can just enjoy them and not feel the need to change them or change you. Because when you realize that our individuality and our differences, that's how we learn and grow from each other. And when you think about who you were 5 years ago, I know for me, it's like, wow, like who was that? Because every day we're learning and growing. But the less we feel the need to influence or control the people around us, the less resistance we have to other people's behavior, and the more we can just enjoy people truly for who they are. And another side note of that, one of the things that helps, assume positive intent. I think a lot of us get into this kind of mindset where we're going around almost looking to be offended, just assuming the worst of everyone. You're going to have a much better time if you assume positive intent. And if you're not sure, assume positive intent initially, reserve the right to change your mind. And if it's something that's very disturbing, by all means, go deeper. Ask the person, look, we were talking about this before, and I kind of got the feeling that maybe there was more to what you were saying. Was I reading that right? Was I just being sensitive? I mean, what's going on? Dig a little deeper. But don't assume that people are out to hurt you. Don't assume that, and it's very telling that you need to be more accepting of yourself if, when somebody laughs in the corner, you assume it's you. If somebody points and giggles and you start to feel very self-conscious, most often people are not paying near as much attention to us as we think they are. And, for example, say you wear two different socks. and all day all you can think about is the fact that you're wearing two different colored socks. If you asked 99% of the people that you interacted with that day, they'd have no idea that you were wearing two different colored socks because they were too worried about the pimple on their cheek or the stain on their shirt. Most people are very self-absorbed, and they're not going to notice anything about you because they're too worried about them. But again, it's just acceptance. I unconditionally accept, cherish, and love myself just as I am. Just be you. Because the beautiful part about just being ourselves, being in the flow, learning to accept, not to resist, and to be grateful for the things that come our way, finding gratitude for something in every situation, because if nothing else, we learn from it. We learn about ourselves, we learn about others, we become stronger. So to be able to accept and flow allows you to really be more of who you are. Like last week we had coming home to who you really are. And that's part of it, is just learning to accept all of your nuances. Like my shirt today says, I'm not weird, I'm limited edition. Embrace your weirdness. Don't apologize for it, because there is a group of people in this world that are waiting for your weirdness, for you to be you, so that they can find you, because they're your kind of weird. And once you accept it, what makes you different is what makes you wonderful. Fly your freak flag. We talked about that last week. Let that freak flag fly. We're in the age of Aquarius now, where individuality, uniqueness, eccentricity is celebrated. So quit hiding behind your societal mask, trying to be accepted because you're like them. If you're not like them, don't try to be like them. There's enough of them already. Be you. Accept every little nuance that makes you you. Because there are people out there that will absolutely love you for you once you let them see who that is. So today got a little bit long, but I do hope that helped. I will talk to you soon. Love and light. Hey, would you describe yourself as a people pleaser? Do you have trouble setting boundaries? Do you just feel exhausted from taking care of everything and everyone around you and feel like you always come last? Have you just been kind of going through the day-to-day motions, but you're not really living? There's just no passion, there's no adventure, no fun in your life anymore? Then this is the offer for you. If you'd like to make 2023 the year you become unfuckwithable, and just for fun, I've got the definition here, when you are truly at peace and in touch with yourself and nothing anyone says, does, or thinks can bother you. Meaning that you are so firm in your power and so certain in who you are that no outside influence can deter you from living the life that you truly desire and deserve. And if that sounds like the way you'd like to live, click on the link below to get more information on how you can make 2023 the year you become unfuckwithable and start living the rest of your life as the best of your life.